So there's been some recent news about the future of GTA Online, and TGG has a great video going over everything in more detail, so I would recommend checking that out if you want to hear all of the details. But the basic idea is that we're going to be seeing user-generated content in GTA Online. This seems like Rockstar's way of keeping things fresh and online in its last year before moving their focus solely onto whatever online is going to look like for GTA 6. Now, we don't know the specifics, but it sounds like this is going to include a mission builder, allowing anyone in GTA Online to create and share their own missions for others to play. But the possibilities don't end there. It sounds like this could be expanded into something like what Roblox and Fortnite allow. Now, this initially sounded very exciting to me. I've always loved when games give you the ability to be creative like this, and there's not much harm that can be done in allowing players to make something new out of what already exists, but I'm not so sure if this is going to work out well in the end. User-created content already exists in GTA Online in the form of races and death matches and all the other stuff, but what Rockstar is potentially adding is a whole lot different. If people are going to be making fully new game modes in GTA Online, it could further dilute the experience. I'm probably alone in this, but whenever I open Fortnite, which doesn't happen very often, I'm kind of overwhelmed by everything. And maybe it's just because I skew older compared to most of Fortnite's player base now, but I just want to play the classic Battle Royale game. I didn't open up Fortnite to do high school roleplay. I understand why Rockstar might want to go this direction though. With GTA 6 releasing next year, I imagine they're winding down GTA Online and would rather have those teams working on the next iteration of online instead. User-generated content would allow for online to stay fresh without anyone at Rockstar having to do extra work. I'm just not so confident that this approach will do anything to attract players who aren't already getting on frequently. And if this is about revenue, I don't think many people are going to be spending money on shark cards regardless of new content or not. They know that GTA 6's online experience could completely replace 5's online in a year, so why bother putting more money in? We'll have to wait and see what comes out of it, but I personally think it's a losing battle. More importantly though, I've been thinking a lot about what this could mean for GTA 6's online. Surely if they're putting resources towards this, it's not going to be something that's just left behind in GTA 5's online. Now, I have a lot of issues with GTA Online, but a lack of user-generated content has never been an issue for me. Online primarily has the drawback of being pretty pointless at the end of the day. At least for me, online has become something that I get back into whenever a big update comes out, but after I finish whatever new content there is, I find myself struggling to see a point to any of it. It's not like the new missions they add to online are anything incredible, it's just a new thing for me and my friends to check out. After I finish the new content, I usually fall back to trying to recuperate the money I spent on whatever new business they had us buy. And that's really my main issue with online. It seems like my only goal now is to recuperate the money lost on the new content. It's a pretty meaningless experience. I'm honestly jealous of the car collectors in online because at the very least they have some sort of meaningful personal goal to work towards. For me, I can keep earning money, but I never really have anything to show for it. Anyway, back to the main point of this, I just don't know if user-generated content is the solution to the problems that exist in GTA Online. If they want to create a better online experience for GTA 6, then they need to think about completely revolutionizing the way that it currently exists. It sounds like they might lean more into the roleplay angle based on their acquisition of 5M, but I'm not even sure that is good enough. At the end of the day, I just don't want more of the same, because we've already gotten a decade of that. And I honestly don't have a lot of ideas on how online could be improved, but I just know that there needs to be more value placed in progression. Maybe create a career tree that players can climb in online, or maybe you have to build up a reputation as a criminal to advance to the next tier of the criminal businesses. Or maybe you just make ranking up more valuable with progressively higher rewards as you go. And I guess in simplest terms, GTA Online is missing a gameplay loop. There are a lot of different features and things you can do, but they rarely, if ever, interact or work with one another. The nightclub is a rare example of this, but even then it only really substitutes what already existed in your MC businesses. So the bottom line is that I don't think user-generated content is a good solution to the issues that online is facing in the long run. Even in the missions in online, there's a slight amount of continuity and story progression, but for the most part they lack the depth that you find in Rockstar's single-player stories. But now we get into some messy areas where you can rightfully question how worth it is it for Rockstar to put in the resources to make a story-rich experience for online. Probably not worth it at all, realistically. At the end of the day, online is primarily a money-making venture, and GTA 5 5's Online proved to be incredibly successful as is, so it leaves very little reason for Rockstar to change things up. The only promising thing I could see coming from user-generated content is the possibility to get some interesting stories through missions, if Rockstar allows that to happen in the first place. I think the community could use this to bring some great stories by the community that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. I don't think something like this is likely to happen with user-generated content, but this would definitely be my preferred outcome. And one last thing that's only slightly related to everything I've been talking about, I'm really excited to see what they do with 6's Online in terms of the map. If the mapping project is even close to accurate, then we should have a lot of different areas to actually have reasons to visit. It seems like we'll get a major city in Vice City and then 2 or 3 other decently sized cities scattered across the rest of the map with sprawling suburbs on the outside. I definitely think that one of the biggest flaws of 5's map is its usage in Online. You have very little reason to travel outside of Los Santos, and whenever you do have a reason, it's only to complete a sell mission for a business. I just think 6's map will be a lot more exciting to travel across compared to GTA 5's. There are a lot of other people who have made videos about why 5's map is not that great, and I mostly agree with them, so I'll leave this topic alone for now. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in GTA 6's Online and what you think about this user-generated content stuff. Do you think it's going to be good, or do you think it's going to be bad? I'll see you in the next one.